Welcome to Texas. I'm Ed Wolf, and this is Voices of Agriculture. We're coming to you this time from downtown Waco, the site of the 79th Annual Texas Farm Bureau Convention. Each year, the farmers and ranchers that make up the state's largest ag organization show their grassroots by coming together to vote on policies that are important to them, allowing the Texas Farm Bureau to truly be the voice of Texas agriculture. But business meetings aren't the only thing on the agenda. One of the highlights of the weekend is the Outstanding Young Farmer Rancher Award and the Excellence in Agriculture contest. We traveled from the High Plains down to the Rio Grande Valley and many points in between to profile 6 families making a difference in agriculture today. First up, we traveled to Plainview, Texas. Farmers and ranchers know they can't make a living in agriculture on their own. They need the help of those who supply the means for them to grow their crops, something Brandon and Dana Joy are proud to do. That's the idea behind Texas Farm Bureau's Excellence in Agriculture Award, honoring those who support Texas farmers and ranchers. Despite a historic drought that crippled many farms and businesses across the state, Brandon and Dana Joy, owners of TriStar Chemical, thrived, thanks to a somewhat unique cash and carry business practice.
We remove the cost of handling accounts and handling the money, but we also remove the cost of the delinquent accounts, and that essentially reduces our overall overhead, and that translates into us being able to sell our products at a lower margin.
This Plainview, Texas business, which offers herbicides, insecticides, and other chemicals, has actually increased sales over the last 2 years.
I kind of look at us as the pharmacist of the agriculture world. We try to take into consideration everything that's going on the farm and make sure that the products that they are requesting and needing are being implemented correctly.
Offering those products and agronomic advice is important. Brandon says the business helps to support agriculture, which in turn supports the state and nation's economy.
We can no longer produce safe and effective crops like we used to. We just don't have the workforce, and then the prices aren't there to do so either. Overall, pesticides help bring down the cost of raising your crop, and it's also, if used correctly, is a whole lot safer as well.
The future of agriculture is important to both Brandon and Dana. They have 3 children, Brazier 6, Caden 4, and Adeline under a year old. The Joys hope their kids will continue to be involved in agriculture as they grow.
Well, our oldest is already planning to be here. We'll see how things evolve over time, but we would love for that if that's what they want to do. But it's just great that they're able to be involved in what their dad does and see how important agriculture is for our society.
Brandon is currently a member of the Hale County Farm Bureau Board of Directors. He says he feels the grassroots organization is extremely important.
Our business naturally is heavily regulated by the EPA, and the Farm Bureau has been very instrumental in helping to soften that blow and be at the negotiation table as they're drafting some of these rules and regulations. Don't get me wrong, regulation is good. We need regulation for irresponsible people, but over-regulation can be a problem, can be very costly.
When we come back, we'll meet the other 2 finalists for the Excellence in Agriculture Award and find out the winner. Stay with us.
Agriculturalists, it's time for us to stand up. Because according to Yahoo Education, agriculture, animal science, and horticulture are useless degrees. But if that were true, then could you tell me, please, how is it possible for you to roll out of your silk sheets, brush your teeth with toothpaste made from cotton seeds, eat your Corn Pops breakfast cereal, and drink your 2% milk? What about the warm water you ran for your 20-minute shower or your chicken nugget lunch fried in Brazilian soybean oil? Did you know that 29,000 kids under the age of 5 died in Somalia because they were hungry? When was the last time you were dying to eat? Now, while you munch on that food for thought, let me give you a little more thought for food. Let's take it back as 1862. Lincoln signs the Morrill Act, and thus land-grant universities are born. Agriculture meets education, education meets science, science reaches the common man, and the rest is us, is we are the history. No longer is the cowboy just a man riding his horse off into the sunset, slinging 6 shooters in the wild, wild west. He's also the man bent over his workbench, dressed in his white lab coat, beaker in his hand, poring over solutions for growing wheat in drought-ridden lands. Geneticists, stand up. She's also the engineer, engineering wells and filtration systems to bring water to communities that are dying of thirst. Agricultural engineers, stand up. He's also the personal trainer, calculating calories, drafting up diets, and combating childhood obesity. Food scientists, nutritionists, stand up. She's also the quality control specialist, designing critical control points to control microbial growth rates in meats and vegetables so that your food is safe to eat. Meat scientists, microbiologists, stand up. He's the keeper of the stadium, ensuring that the fight in Texas Aggie turf remains green and lush. Agronomists, stand up. He is you, she is me, and together we are the educators, the researchers, the innovators, the businessmen, the humanists. We are the students, stand up. We are the next generation, stand up. We are the advocates, stand up. Farmers fight, stand up.
Welcome back. As urban areas continue to grow, agricultural education is more important than ever. Joe Barber is one of the 1,500 high school ag teachers making this happen. We traveled to Florence High School to meet another of this year's Excellence in Agriculture finalists. Whether he's standing in front of his ag sciences class or overseeing the meat lab, Joe Barber stresses the importance of agriculture. Joe is in his third year of teaching at Florence High School and is director of the school's meat science program, the only one of its kind at a 2A school in the state.
I think they're very susceptible to opinions, and I think it's important that we as agriculturalists in our profession train those students and influence those students in a positive view towards agriculture so that they can be lifelong consumers of agricultural products or maybe even producers in the field.
As these juniors and seniors learn to process and cut beef and pork, Joe is on hand to give them guidance. He says the skills learned preparing the meat and selling it in the school's meat market really gives the students a leg up as they get ready to head off to college or join the workforce.
The students that we have now will be our future leaders, not only in Texas Farm Bureau, but in agriculture. We'll also see them in the legislative branch, and we'll be making decisions based on agriculture, even if that's not the field that they go into.
Joe's passion for agriculture extends beyond the classroom. The teacher also owns cattle and was selected to travel to the country of Georgia to teach safe meat handling skills to local ranchers.
And the trip and the purpose was to go and to educate those local producers so that we can increase their food supply, as well as provide with a safe and wholesome product for the citizens of Georgia. I've been able to use it here in the classroom to teach our students how safe our food supply really is and how well we really have it in the United States compared to other countries.
He currently serves on the Williamson County Farm Bureau Board of Directors, as well as heading up that county's Young Farmer and Rancher Committee.
The grassroots pull that Farm Bureau has towards legislative decisions that are being made in Austin is absolutely phenomenal. Having the fourth largest political action committee in the state really speaks volumes of the pull and influence that Farm Bureau has on the decisions that are made. I think it's important to have membership organizations like Farm Bureau so that we can let our story be heard and create a positive image for one of our state's largest economies.
It takes more than just land and a tractor to feed and clothe the world. It takes men and women like Ryan and Santana Bay to supply farmers and ranchers with what they need. This Central Texas couple owns Coryell Feed and Supply in Gatesville and are also up for this year's Excellence in Agriculture Award. Ryan and Santana Bay offer a stark contrast to big box stores and self-checkout lines. Warm smiles, helping hands, and thoughtful advice are waiting for the customers of Coryell Feed and Supply, whether they're looking for help with their farms or home gardens. The Bays bought the store in Gatesville in 2007 after they graduated from Texas A&M. A pecan orchard followed about a year later. Santana says along with her own ag experience, the pecans have helped them improve the services and advice they offer their customers.
I kind of know some of their problems firsthand because I've experienced quite a bit of them, whether it's a sick calf or how do I fertilize this pasture or how do I plant this from the lawn and garden side. I can answer the questions, I think, pretty thoroughly. I can apply everything that I've ever learned with my father and with Ryan to people's everyday questions.
You know what they're going through. Doesn't always work out there in the fields. You can sympathize with people coming in here as to what they're feeling and what's going on with their operations.
Because of the way agriculture impacts the community and economy, Ryan says businesses like his must continue to lend a helping hand to those involved in production agriculture.
You got to have food and fiber. With the disconnect of people knowing where food comes from, you know, it's made it harder on the farmers, but in the end, you got to have it because you got to eat.
Santana saw the importance of agriculture while working beside her dad on the family farm growing up. It's something that she and Ryan work hard to instill in their son, Grayson.
I've been doing this all my life, and I couldn't see just doing an 8-to-5 job, you know, retail. It was just something missing. And then when the pecan orchard came up, it was just like, hey, we should do that. And it is hard work, but I love every minute of it and it gets me back to my roots. It's a different avenue, and exploring it with Ryan, it's been a lot of fun for both of us.
In addition to their work at the feed store and the pecan orchard, the couple also serves on the Coryell County Farm Bureau Board of Directors.
If Farm Bureau's not in there, who's going to be in there for the farmers and ranchers in Washington and Austin? There's definitely a lot more people that aren't involved in agriculture that would rather put their input in.
We'd like to congratulate Ryan and Santana Bay of Gatesville for winning the 2012 Texas Farm Bureau Excellence in Agriculture Award. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll visit the family farms of the 3 top young farmers and ranchers in the state.
It's a grassroots voice in Austin and Washington for farmers and ranchers like me.
It's educational and scholarship opportunities for young people like me.
It's money-saving benefits for member families
Like us.
What is Texas Farm Bureau? I am.
I am.
I am.
Welcome back. Every year, the Texas Farm Bureau honors 3 farmers or ranchers under the age of 35 who are making an impact on agriculture today. For the 2nd year in a row, Brandon and Elise Patchke are finalists for Texas Farm Bureau's Outstanding Young Farmer Rancher Award. Gene Hall had a chance to catch up with them on their farm outside of Lubbock.
With 3 children under the age of 8 and an Australian Shepherd in tow, Brandon Patchke spends his days cutting hay, feeding cattle, and checking cotton on his farm just outside of Lubbock.
It's like nothing else to be able to go out every day and do something just a little bit different. Than no day's ever the same.
Brandon says his passion and love for his family drives him to continue the farming tradition. Brandon is a 5th-generation farmer who watched his dad and grandfather work tirelessly to care for the land. That inspiration created a desire in him to start driving a tractor, cleaning turn rows, and running a combine when he was still in junior high. Now, Brandon and his family stay busy growing cotton, wheat, alfalfa, and grain sorghum, all while raising club calves and commercial cattle.
It's all seasonal what we do, but it's always peaks at different times, and some of it peaks on top of the others, and which makes it really difficult on the family and kind of split some time up, but it's all very, very rewarding.
That reward is something Brandon works to share with his wife Elise and their 3 children, Aniston 7, Bryceland 4, and Brogan 2.
I love taking the kids with me, and when the wife's available, not teaching school, she tries to come and ride around with us and check on cows and check on wells, check on pivots and the drip systems and the different stages of the cotton and seeing where we're at.
Although their time with their dad is often short due to school and other activities, Elise says her children benefit from the time on the farm.
They're not afraid to get dirty. They're not afraid to look at hard work and want to be part of that. They love being outdoors. They love anything that they can do with their dad or me outdoors, being with the cows. They absolutely love being a part of that.
The Patchkey children's love for the family farm is something their parents hope they hold on to. Perhaps one day they'll carry on the farming legacy. Brandon is currently serving on the Lubbock Farm Bureau Board of Directors. He says it's a great organization that serves the farmers and ranchers of the nation.
Not every farmer and rancher has the time to sit at home and read up on policies and different political stands, and it's really neat to see, that somebody is out there standing up for us and letting us know what our best options are.
If you've ever seen the phrase farm-raised catfish on a menu, you may have wondered, who are these farmers? Well, one South Texas family has been raising the freshwater entree for over a decade. Daryl and Lindsay Bowers are another finalist for the Outstanding Young Farmer Rancher contest. Gene Hall has more. "11 years ago, Daryl Bowers and his family traded in their cattle for a commodity some might consider a little fishy. Utilizing an old rice farm and its irrigation system, he has become one of the largest catfish farmers in the state, second only to his uncle. He maintains 38 ponds, each about 8 acres in size, a total of 310 acres of water. He also raises corn, milo, or cotton, depending upon the market. Although this venture into catfish farming might seem unusual, Daryl says the move was worthwhile. Last year, the farm sent close to 3 million pounds of fish to processing facilities for sale across the U.S.
Whenever we decided to do something different with aquaculture, I really thought that this could be something for the future because it's sustainable. We can grow a lot of food on a short amount of acres, and with the growing populations, I think this was some way that I could do more of my part than any other way to help feed the world.
Feeding the world involves more than just throwing fish in a pond and waiting for them to grow. It's a full-time job maintaining aerators, feeding the fish, and more.
There's a lot more risk here in aquaculture. We sink a lot more money per acre than we do with row crop operation. And it's a little more labor intensive. I mean, where aquaculture is with these catfish, we almost have to babysit.
The large catfish are harvested in 2,000-pound loads and sent to Louisiana for processing. It's hard work, but Daryl is assisted by his family and several employees. He and his wife Lindsay have a 3-year-old son, Weldon, and are expecting another son who will be named Will.
I think that's key in our operation, is that it is a family operation, and not just between Daryl and myself and our sons, but also with Daryl and his brother and his dad and mom. It's the backbone of agriculture, and it should be the future of agriculture. I think that as long as we have family operations, that's going to secure the success of us.
To ensure a bright future, the Bowers are also members of their county farm bureau and serve on the state Young Farmer Rancher Committee.
I am new to Texas Farm Bureau, but over the last 12 months, we've really learned about what they do for us as farmers and landowners as they go and advocate for farmers and make sure that our rights and our ideals are duly protected.
When we come back, we'll visit the South Texas farm of our last Outstanding Young Farmer Rancher finalist and find out the winner.
America's modern food production system is the envy of the world.
Yet farm and ranch families who produce the food and fiber for America are under attack
by many who want to tear down this modern marvel and start all over.
Who will tell agriculture's story?
I will. My name is Chase Vineyard from the Stephenville 4-H, and I am Texas proud of Texas agriculture.
Texas Proud of Texas Agriculture is an exciting joint effort of youth organizations with proven leadership.
Our goal is to promote trust and encourage understanding of an industry essential
for maintaining food security for millions of Americans.
Will you volunteer?
I will. My name is Mason Parrish. I belong to the Caney Creek FFA chapter and the Texas FFA Association. I am Texas proud of Texas agriculture.
Texas Proud Youth will tell positive stories of agriculture.
We will talk about what we do and why we do it.
We will speak of the challenges facing farmers and ranchers.
We will connect consumers with the food they eat.
Will you join us?
I will. My name is Dakota Fleming. I'm a Bell County Farm Bureau member, and I am Texas proud of Texas agriculture.
Our generation will blaze new trails in dispelling the myths about Texas agriculture.
And telling the truth about the rural way of life we love.
Are you up to the challenge?
We are.
We are Texas proud
of Texas agriculture.
You can grow just about anything in the Rio Grande Valley. Sam Sparks and his family have been growing cattle and crops in these fertile soils for about 60 years. He and his wife Shannon are the last of our outstanding young farmer rancher finalists. Gene Hall has their story.
From a hurricane that wiped out his crop to a drought that kept one from growing, Samuel R. Sparks III has weathered it all. Sam is a third-generation farmer who grows cotton, corn, grain sorghum, soybeans, and sugarcane near the Texas-Mexico border. He also raises registered and commercial Brahman and commercial Brangus cattle. Although it isn't always easy to be so diverse, Sam feels he's part of a very special business.
I can't think of any other industry that could endure the hardships that agriculture faces and will continue to face. Just to think of the resiliency of the men and women involved in agriculture and production agriculture, I feel very blessed to be a part of it. That's how the plant makes its own nitrogen.
The Sparks family started farming in the 1950s after Sam's grandfather was involved in a motorcycle accident and used the insurance money to buy land instead of setting his broken leg. That dedication has been passed down for generations. Sam says his family has always done whatever they could to overcome the hard times.
My family is the biggest part of this operation. They're the reason why I do what I do and why I work as hard as I do. My wife is a very important consultant that I rely on. I never have the ability to leave what I do at the door. I take it with me everywhere I go, and we discuss matters on a regular basis and try and figure out the best solution for whatever problems we may be facing.
Many of the cows in Sam's herd are gentle enough to be petted by Sam, his wife Shannon, and their young daughter Eve. Shannon says Eve seems to enjoy the cows and likes checking them with her dad early in the morning. Although there are moments when she doesn't want Eve to come back to the farm, she says she loves many things about farming.
I don't know too many dads that take their daughter to work every day, especially when she's less than 1 year old. And his granddad started it, so having that heritage in a business is wonderful. I think if that's something she wants to do, I would be very happy for her to do that. I would love for her to go do something else and see what else is out there, but if she decided to come back, then I would be fine with that.
To help secure the future of his family and agriculture, Sam is a member of his County Farm Bureau Board of Directors and has been for several years.
It's an organization like none other. Agriculture is the backbone of our world, I believe, and we need organizations like Farm Bureau to continue to stand by people involved in production agriculture and make sure that our industry is sustainable.
We'd like to congratulate Daryl and Lindsay Bowers of Inez for winning the 2012 Texas Farm Bureau Outstanding Young Farmer Rancher Contest. Well, that about wraps up our show for this time. We hope you've enjoyed your stay in the Lone Star State. For all of us at Texas Farm Bureau, thanks for watching.